You wanted Trump to win in 2016?
Oh yeah, I was conservative, man.
Oh, okay. God, I
I didn't
remember
want
writing
Trump to
an.
win the primary, but after that point, I was like, "Okay, I don't want Hillary."
I don't know what it is about this world that so many people are charmed and put under his spell. Like I see that there must be something that I'm missing. There must be like some gene or some
Some
personality trait that
gene?
I'm
Oh,
missing.
Jesus
Oh shit! No,
Christ.
I just like
Oh
this
my God.
motherfucker. This motherfucker is such an obvious con man, such a piece of human garbage. I just have no tolerance. I've never had a tolerance for this motherfucker.
I think that usually one of the follies that we fall into when you're looking at somebody, you're like, this guy is so obviously bad. Well, I think that the error in thinking is to try to think, okay, hold on. How do people view him as good? But that's not actually what's happening. Even though they kind of get around to that, what's actually happening is what you should think is like, okay, hold on, wait. Okay. People are viewing this guy as being not bad. What you should think of is, why do they think everybody else is worse? Because that's what's actually happening, or at least that's the road that people are on. It's not that they see Trump and they're like, this guy is a moral, upstanding citizen who's really going to vote for him. It's more that they already see, like every accusation made against Trump, like, okay, fine, maybe he did those things, but Hillary Clinton's done worse. Hillary Clinton lied about all of her emails and backstabbed the government and murdered people in Benghazi, and J6 and the Whitmer and the pipe bombs and all of this were fake, but so who cares, right? Like that's how they view the world.
I think that there's a lot true to what you're saying. We need to go after some of these vulnerable Republicans hard.
Jesus.
Need
Can you
some-
qualify? What do you mean?
Yeah, electoral.
There you
We need DGG operations after metaphoric electoral operations against some of these incumbent Republicans. I'm looking at you, Lawler. I'm looking at some of these other vulnerable incumbents. We need to watch them like a hawk, and we need to be following their every vote, posting all their L's. We just need to have dossiers and just be constantly flooding the market with all of their corrupt shit. Every single vulnerable congressional Republican.
Yeah, but you have to,
operations.
it's, remember what I said, you're trying to make them look bad, but they already think everybody else is worse. That's what you're fighting against because because people don't care, right? Like I said, it's not like we don't have to expose anything. It's out there in the open. Like the Elon Musk stuff I don't know what I could ever show somebody privately that would be as bad as what Elon Musk is publicly. What could I ever show somebody that would rise to that? Like
Donald Trump having sex with Laura Loomer?
half true. But I don't think they would even care. They already didn't care. The fact that his wife is like absent on everything. Like they don't care about any of this. I don't even know what you could possibly do. Yeah, I have no idea. I truly don't know. It feels like clown world. It's like really insane. The Elon stuff is so crazy. Pisco, you realize how crazy that is, right?
It's
worse. It's worse than
fucking corruption.
It's worse than the worst accusations of what George Soros was. Like that you have a guy who owned. I don't want to repeat it. Like Jesus. Yeah, I don't know.
Say it. No, you need to repeat it again.
No, I mean that you have a guy who owns it sounds like I'm rattling off like a fucking retard conservative conspiracy theory. Imagine you have one billionaire born in Africa who was a legal immigrant and came to the United States, and now he does all the fucking satellites and all the fucking spaceships, and he does fucking AI, and he's researching how to put microchips into people's brains, and he buys the largest news social media company, makes it private, buys or steals the At America Twitter account, does stump speeches for Trump across the swing states, gets him elected, increases his net worth overnight to a greater amount than the entirety of all of Congress's net worth of the history of the United. Like there's just like so much. And it's like, yeah, so and like they don't even care about any of that.
Degenerate, corrupt
like
Republicans all support it.
Yeah, it's just insane.
Did you see Bernie's tweet, Pisco?
Yeah, what do you say about like Elon's right about military spending?
Yeah, maybe I'm being soy, but I don't like, even if he agrees with it, I don't like the chalking it up to, hey, Elon's right. Like he can make those comments without saying, hey, he's got one thing. I've heard some people say it's a bridge, meeting them in the middle. I don't like giving any credibility to that, especially from someone as high profile as Bernie.
He's a robber baron, and they want to be charmed by him, and they want to play.
Wait, Bernie said it was good?
Yeah, Elon is right about military spending.
Oh yeah, well,
about in particular the fact that they failed like the 7th audit. I don't know if it's in a row, but
there's one thing in saying like someone that you disagree with is right about something. I mean, I say that Trump is right about some stuff. People like there are some policies of Trump's that were good. No one can say that like you can't agree with someone.
I think I'm Zizek pilled. I think Zizek had a really good take on this. That like the framework is so totally wrong that even if you happen to agree on a particular thing, you don't really. No. You don't really. Like if there's a guy who's like deciding policies by rolling a dice, right? And he happens to like pick like 2 out of 10 policies that are good. It's stupid to me to go like, well, he was good on these 2 policies. No, that's bullshit. The framework is so broken. Even if he stumbles into the correct answer, sometimes it's stupid to agree. Or if you do, it has to be with a massive set of qualifications. You have to caveat the out of that because it's stupid and naive otherwise. But like, well, at least Trump was like okay on this particular thing. Like, yeah.
No, you're right. No, I agree with you. That's right.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I something I heard Josiah say was like, don't remember when 6 of the 12 crazy nominations passed through. Don't give them any credit for it because they still pass through 6 crazy, insane people.
Yeah, that was my point too. Either I stole that from Josiah or he stole it from me, or we independently brain theory that at the same time. Yeah, that there might be like, there might be 17 insane fucking picks and they block like 5 of them and they're like, yes. And it's like, oh, okay, well, 12 fucking lunatics got in. Yeah.
This piece of shit. What the fuck?
Why don't you try to get a debate, Pisco?
There's no point in debating them.
Because I'm gonna push them to get actual answers, and they don't want to give answers. Yeah. I would say, would you vote for RFK Jr. as HHS secretary or not? Yes or no? And they don't want to give an answer because once they give an answer, yeah, I'd give them a chance. Then they know that they're siding with the Trump administration, and I think that all they're doing is optical. They want to paint themselves as part of a growing populist movement and steal Trumpism, just do it Cenk style. But it means you're being MAGA. You're being the real blue MAGA are the people who want to have a Trump movement on the Democratic side. And I think that they are uncomfortable when anyone exposes that.
Uh-huh.
And the way you expose that is with clear answers, clear questions. Would you vote for RFK Jr.? Would you vote for X and X policy? Then they can't be like, well, 70% he's going to do something bad, but 30% he could be. That's what they want to do. They want to keep it ambiguous enough that they have plausible deniability so that when RFK does something amazing, they said, hey, we told you that he would have a chance to disrupt it. And it looks like that's exactly what they did, guys. And so join the Young Turks. We tell it how it is. And that's how they do it. It's a kind of a shell game. They won't stand by and actually criticize the people they're charmed by. And if they will, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Cenk Uygur. Tweet something at Elon Musk and say, you're corrupt. I'm going to criticize you for your robber baron ways and for saying that you want to delete the CFPB. Criticize him for doing things that other Republicans that you figured were more establishment have been doing for years, trying to gut the CFPB. But he won't do that because he's charmed. And he's trying. And whether you're an establishment Democrat or a TYT Democrat, we don't need weakness.
True. Yeah, and the idea that like the idea that like it feels stupid. It feels stupid to say. It's not stupid. I'm sorry, but it's just like Jesus. Yeah.
Our next leader has to have balls. The new wave of Democrats. I'm not going to be supporting people who are equivocal about MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. No way. It's
yeah,
like
because
Scarface. Fuck that.
It doesn't get you. I'm curious. Actually, I'm kind of no. It doesn't get you anywhere. Yeah, like I'm still reminded. I'm haunted over and over and over again by how many times. I'm sure we could look it up on Twitter today. People do it. How many times people quote that Biden thing about MAGA Americans, despite the fact that Biden literally qualified it with not all Republicans are MAGA Republicans, not even most of them are, whatever. And it's still like, oh, look, he's attacking the whole Republican Party. Like all the qualifying, all the caveating, it doesn't help. Nobody cares. Like these guys are insane anyway. Nace Garden, thanks for the 25 more gifted subs. Yeah.
MAGA is my enemy, and I want to destroy them electorally. That's what I want. And I'm not going to do this fake shit of pretending that they're not and not telling the truth. They are the enemy, and we need to destroy them electorally.